Ain't nothing better than watching you smile. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ain't nothing better than watching you laugh out loud, my baby. Ain't nothing better than watching you be you. Ain't nothing better than right now. In your eyes lie the secrets I don't wanna miss. Put your hand in my hand.
Hey YouTube, it's Amanda here. So I just wanted to talk to you about my frustrating week I've had. And oh, it's been so frustrating. Let me just zoom in a little bit here. So anyway, on Wednesday last week when I made that video, for 3 weeks and 6 days, yeah, I had gone to a walk-in clinic, and his test, I went there basically to get the confirmation pregnancy test, excuse me, and so I could get the ball rolling in terms of getting blood work done and whatever. So I went and they did the urine test, and for whatever reason his test came back negative. So he's like, oh yeah, okay, well, you know, you may or may not be pregnant. It's kind of early to tell. So I'm not going to send the blood work in until we for sure get a positive test in my office. So I wanted to come back in 2 weeks. So I left thinking, well, what's going on? Am I pregnant or not? So that afternoon I went to the pharmacy and I bought a test, and that was the first real, you know, dark positive test that I had gotten. So I felt better all week. Then today I went to my family doctor because I had already made an appointment, and I figured, you know, maybe by now, you know, the levels have changed and gotten higher, so it's probably going to be positive now. And so I went, and again, his urine test was also negative. So, but my family doctor, he's awesome. So he said, you know, I'm not going to treat you as if you're not pregnant. I'm going to treat you as you are pregnant because that's the safest route to go. He's like, I'm not doubting that you are pregnant, but right now as it stands, my test isn't showing anything. Although, you know, I'd rather get blood because blood is the best source. So I was like, thank you. Although I did tell him, I already got the blood tests done. I had talked to my midwife and asked her to send the requisition. And he's like, oh, perfect. So could you get her to send me the test as well? I said, yeah, sure thing. And he's like, by the way, I'm so pleased that you're going with a midwife. I think midwives are cool. And I was like, gosh, you know what? I keep liking you more and more. He's an awesome doctor. We actually got him last fall. And just every time we go in there to see him, he's just surprises me more and more with things that please me. And I'm so glad we have him. So anyway, I said to him, like, I was leaving, he's like, we'll come back in 2 weeks and we'll do another test if you want. But he's like, I'll have the blood results back before then, and I'll phone you and let you know. So I went to the store. And I bought a pregnancy test. And I brought it back to his office. And I said, look, I just want you to see this because I don't want you to think that I'm imagining things or just, you know, seeing a positive when it's really not a positive. And he's like, I trust you, but yeah, sure, go ahead. So I went and mustered out enough urine to get it, and sure enough, I got it positive, and boy, oh boy, is it positive. Even the line that indicates the pregnancy is darker than the control line. Look at that. Look how dark that is. I mean, there is no doubt that that is positive. No doubt. So he looked at it and he was like, oh yeah, you're pregnant. He says, you know, the trouble with the doctor's office tests versus the ones in the store is the doctor's office tests, they don't, they require a higher level of HCG hormone because they're meant to indicate pregnancy after a missed period. So he says, technically, you were supposed to get your period on the 2nd. It's only the 6th, so you're only 4 days past your period. So, you know, maybe your levels are a little bit lower than normal, but he's like, by looking at that, I'm saying pregnant. So he's like, yeah, don't worry about a thing. I asked him, you know, do you still want me to come back in 2 weeks? Because he originally wanted me to come back in 2 weeks. And he's like, no, don't worry about it. Just get anything that your midwife requests and any blood work and stuff that's requested by your midwife, get her to send it to me. And he's like, that's awesome. So, and he was happy with that. So, and then I got a call later on from my midwife after I got home that the blood work had come back and it's showing definitely pregnant. So, I'm completely at ease now. So yeah, Thursday I'll be 5 weeks. So that makes me 4 and 4 today. So that's pretty awesome. I've actually been feeling pretty darn good this last couple days. I find that I feel great in the morning, and as the day progresses on, that's when I start feeling nauseous. I got some lozenges from a friend of mine. They're called B-Natal, and they're vitamin B6 replacement, and yeah, I'll do a video review on those. So anyway, pregnant, definitely pregnant, and yeah, so yay. Talk to you later. Bye.